What's going on, guys? Shane here with Kwonkicker.
What's up, guys?
Today we're going to be talking about spinning backfists versus spinning hammerfist. I know that Mike here prefers throwing the spinning hammerfist over the backfist for different reasons, safety as well as overall effectiveness. So let's take a look. Okay, so Mike, let's talk about technique on these. Talk to me about the spinning backfist and how to do it properly.
Okay, so as far as the traditional spinning backfist goes, or the one people think about when they hear spinning backfist, well, before you even do the spin, traditionally when you're doing the backfist, your elbow is in the downward position, and when you strike, depending on the style, you're either striking with the back of the two big knuckles, or they're striking with the flat part of their hand. So from here, they pull across using the shoulder and the momentum created, but the elbow is down. So, when it comes to the hammer fist, there's a reason I prefer that over the back fist, especially with kickboxing sports where, look at this, look at these big pillows, especially on the back. There's just so much cushion, that where the force gets dispersed. But if you look at the bottom of the glove, it is, no matter what size it is, how many ounces, it's a lot more condensed. So when you hit there, less of that force is being dispersed when you strike your target, as long as you squeeze your fist tight here.
Right.
So that's already an upside right there, just what you're hitting with. Now, there's a couple more upsides to the hammer fist over the back fist as well. So when you're throwing the hammer fist, the elbow, instead of being down, is up. It's horizontal. It's in line with the shoulder, the glove, and of course the elbow here. Now, when I'm striking, I use the momentum I've created with the spin and pulling my elbow through, and right here is where I hit. And if you'll notice, there's still bend in my arm. I'm not here when I'm striking, and I'm not here. Think of the elbow like the knee when you're doing a roundhouse kick, okay? When I'm kicking you with a roundhouse, if my kick is upward and I'm swinging here, when I hit you, the only thing I have left to pull is my hip. But if I have bend in my knee, I can not just use my hip, but the extension of my leg into the target. So think of that as like the elbow being the knee. So when I hit here, I still have bend left to snap the chin when I make contact and pull my fist through, and you're more likely to get a KO.
Right.
So that right there is another great benefit. Also, it's easier to control. Now, one of the main reasons people don't use spinning techniques is because they tend to be wild. Well, if you're doing them wrong, they're wild, and it leaves you open after the strike. But with spinning hammer fists, when you spin, your body coils around itself. Look how covered I am during this technique. When I spin around here, as long as I don't get over anxious and throw the arm out before I finish the spin, I am set up and ready to go to hit, pull through, and I'm right back into a square position. Now, if I step deep enough and I hit here, boom, his leg is in between mine. I have a dominant position here with a deep angle for a body shot, for a sweep, so many things. Now, it's still effective if you don't step deep. If you just sort of hit here, but if you step deep, boom, hit here, he's so exposed to anything I want to do. Also, you can make it even safer than that. I can be here and just hold a cover when I step, and then just pop it out and come back. I am super safe when I do this technique.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Let me tell you, bros. Okay, so now let's say you start the technique, you see him covering up, and you don't want to commit fully to it, you want to cancel the technique. You can cancel this very easy. If I'm starting my technique, I see him cover up, when I hit, I let my elbow give instead of pushing through. I let it give, and it'll bounce my hand right back to my guard. It's like canceling the technique before you dig, and I can do other things that I want to do instead of that if I see that he's got that technique well read. So, as far as the back fist goes and the spinning hammer, in the vast majority of cases, especially in kickboxing sports with poofy gloves, the hammer fist is going to be the best bet. Now, where the back fist shines is, I'd say, safety. if you're sparring with someone who's new, or you're not confident with your spinning hammer fist yet, when you're striking here, the elbow is down and safe. So if I spin, it doesn't matter if he jams me or anything like that. My elbow's down, it's not going to catch him. Now, to that point, an upside, if you do MMA, Muay Thai, anything that allows elbows, if you're throwing the spinning hammer with your elbow up, if Shane jams my technique, like for some reason comes in as I'm spinning, and I step here, this turns into a spinning elbow. So even if I can't pull off the hammer, he's going to run into that elbow.
And I just want to demonstrate if it is a spinning back fist.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to jam me. I'm going to do the traditional spinning back fist here, elbow down. See that? Now, if I had my elbow up and I was doing any kind of speed in that spin, he'd be catching that sharp, pointy elbow. Yeah. Even on his guard, that's going to hurt.
Now, one thing, I know people are going to comment, they're going to challenge, they're going to bring up the boxer's fracture, which is when you break the part of your hand just above the pinky. Very common with boxers. Talk a little bit about that for the spinning back fist.
Okay, so now I'd say each are equally vulnerable, or at least they're vulnerable in the sense that there's small bones in your hand, right? Yeah. So if I'm striking with the back of my hand, the bones are pretty much at the surface here. There's no real cushion or anything. Right. When they hit, that's all there. That's why in some styles they strike with like this. They sort of tilt their hand out and then strike with the back two knuckles. But it's still really easy to hit right here. And those are tiny bones. All right, now this is a tiny bone too here, but this is a big chunk of muscle. It's tight. If you practice, you can sort of condition it. Yeah. And when I hit, it will diffuse some of that shock.
Right.
But it'll still have enough oomph to do knockout damage.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. So drill it in shadowboxing on the heavy bag. Figure out what works best for you, and then use it accordingly. Until next time, be sure to check out Micah's channel. Link is in the description below. Kwonkicker, if you're looking for hip mobility, flexibility, high kicks, spin kicks, all that stuff, it is on his channel. Be sure to support and check it out. Until then, I'm Shane. Who are you?
Kwonkicker.
Fight tips for the underdogs.
Who are you?